So there we go. Okay, good. All right. Woo! Okay. Marvin, come on up here. All right.
Hang on, let me tell him. Is this working?
Yeah, but we just got to turn it on. Unmute it. Just a second right here. Unmute.
Just to say, whoever said that, I'm a lot taller when I stand on my wallet. I just want you to know that.
You want to take that?
Yeah, sure.
First off, welcome. It's been a long time. It's so great to see you. We're so pleased with the turnout.
Awesome. It's awesome. Woo!
We really hope you guys all feel comfortable and safe, and yet can really let loose and see each other. And we're so very happy for you to be here. Marvin, we always, if you wanted to follow along with the slides or on Zoom, we all have a little package here. You can scan the little QR code, and then you're going to be able to see the slides and the Zoom presentation at the same time. We ask you all to make sure that you're mute, because otherwise you're going to be coming through the big speakers out here if you're talking as well. And I'm worried about feedback. So, so that's that. We always typically start with our mission statement, so I'll do that. And you're welcome to join me if you wish. Our mission and our vision statement, excuse me, is to grow our company to be the #1 real estate company in Canada in agent count and market share, built with quality individuals who place paramount importance and value on integrity, education, kindness, culture, and opportunity. By achieving this vision together, we will create a positive impact on our industry, community, associates, and families for generations to come. Perfect. So welcome, Marvin. Haven't seen you in a long time.
I know, this is awesome. You know what? I got to tell you, I'm really proud of everybody here, because the last 2 years have been very difficult, right? I mean, this has been something that the world has never seen. And I'm sure I'm not alone that when we heard about COVID, everyone probably thought, how are we going to survive this? And we did. And we actually not only survived, but we thrived, which is quite amazing. It's a testament to everybody. Am I supposed to be over? Okay,
you're on camera.
They're going to really think I'm short, but I didn't even make the camera. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. And, you know, we're a high touch brokerage, meaning that we're always bringing people in for training, and, you know, we help one another. So we thrived under really difficult circumstances, more so for us than most real estate companies that maybe aren't built on the same platform. So I'm really excited to see where it's going to go now. There's a Hornet. Yes, it's awesome. Got a Hornet. I can't reach the camera. Someone told me to stand on my wallet. We're off to a great start. It's going to be very interesting to see where we go next as a company. So our expansion in Orleans is well on its way. Our expansion in Canada, as you know, is already existing. And we're working on Cornwall next. So we just want to say welcome back. We thought this would be a much nicer way to do it than a typical meeting, and hopefully you enjoy it. And let's have some fun, share some info. And I got it right here.
All right.
It's a small font. Thank you very much. Frig. Okay. I need somebody to hold this right. No, here we go. So this is interesting. Here are, thank you, Wendy. Wow, Wendy. And ladies and gentlemen, Wendy Bell, my paper holder. So here are the stats. This is what we've accomplished as our top 10 indicators year to date for the company. So in gross agent gain, we are plus 120.8% over last year. Yeah, you can clap, you can woo. Yeah, you can do the wave, it's all good. Our closed units are up 38.7% over last year. Our closed units per agent are up 30.5%. So on average, everyone here is doing about 30.5% more business. That's pretty amazing. Closed sales volume. So that's the price of it's indicative of the price in Ottawa and the surrounding areas, is up 76.2%. Closed sales volume per agent is up 65.5%. You might find this quite interesting. Listings taken is up 46.7%. Yeah. So what I know it's a hard market to get listings in, but we've actually found a way to improve over last year, which is indicative of why we're doing so well so far. Our contracts written are up 26.5% over last year. This is probably of interest to you. The average sales price in our office, which is pretty close to what's going on in all of Ottawa, is up 27% over last year. And just on a side note, that's about the average for the Canadian Real Estate Association right across the country, a 27% increase. So if you think back, it's a lot, right? Yeah, it's like, woo, yeah, it's awesome. So if you think back, Wendy's excited and then I'm excited. That's great. If you think back in 2017, when prices hit such a high mark, everyone thought, oh, there's no way these are going to last. Well, last year was ahead of 2017, and this year is 27% ahead of last year. So it's a big difference. Closed GCI, that should interest you. It's up 80% in our office. That's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, you can clap for that one. So if you're talking to colleagues at other companies, first of all, they won't even know their stats, but if they did, I guarantee you they won't be plus 80%. There's people right now on this camera that's very excited about that. I can hear them. And then last but not least, GCI per agent, you've given yourselves a raise year over year. It's up 69.1%. So you've achieved GCI per agent 69% higher than our best year ever, which was last year. So congratulations to everybody. That's a testament to all of you. So thank you.
See, if I organize this right, I barely have to talk, you see? So,
okay.
we have a game. We're going to start off with game. Is Austin B, you just want to wave your hand? Actually, why don't you come up here real quick, Austin? Yep. Austin, are you the Ottawa General Manager for OTBX, Austin? Is that right? Yeah, okay.
There you go, bud.
Austin is the General Manager for OTBX. He's the guy I've been hitting up for prizes lately. Lots and lots of prizes. So he's the sponsor of the Gotcha Game prize. He was the sponsor of our ALC prize. He provided lots of sponsorship for our mini putt tournaments. So a big round for Austin. Why don't you tell us what you do real quick and what the prize is for our trades thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So everything under the sun in terms of real estate marketing, we've got you covered. We do listing work, we do content creation, digital marketing, website creation. We've got it all. We started out in Toronto a couple of years ago, but since then we've expanded to Boston, Calgary, and now Ottawa as well back in April. And much like any business, it was slow at the start, but we've definitely built a name for ourselves, and we'd love to have you join the roster and hopefully do some business together. In terms of the prize for today, I'm offering up whoever wins this event a better package, which would be a photo and video package for your next upcoming listing. So that would come with a listing website as well as a feature sheet and probably the best quality in photo and video you can get in this city. So,
all right, thank you. All right. So you're not actually throwing drone photos in there, Austin? No? All right, so Lisa is going to hold the game. So you know when you guys are at the bar and you see the TV's up, and the faster you answer the questions, the more points you get. So that's what this is going to be. It's a trivia quiz about trades processing. Woo! Okay, so we're going to ask you about your trades processing, and we might pick. We're going to have the winner with the highest points, and maybe we'll find some prizes for a second and third place here for sure too, okay? If you want to play, on your little sheet there, there's a QR code. Just scan the QR code and you're in the game. So you can pass these sheets around. Yeah, they all have a handout too. Here, I'm double mic'd here.
Hey, I just handed out a little thing. It's going to ask you for your email address and a screen name. You can have as much fun as you like with your screen name. And
now,
so,
if you want to win a prize, you have to have an accurate email in there, right, Lisa?
Oh, yeah. And as we said, the prize is going to be, it has been offered by OBX. So OTBX.
Out
Okay.
of the box, right? Out of the box?
Out of the box. Okay. So I'm starting it now. There's a countdown starting. So essentially, the faster you answer, the more points you get. Of course, you have to have a right answer as well.
Yeah, we haven't You haven't started just yet, right?
No, there's a countdown going on. I haven't done the first question yet.
Okay. Is anybody having trouble getting in? Who wants to play? Okay.
Ah. 3, 2, 1. I can give you a couple. Is everybody in? Because I haven't started the first question yet. No.
All right,
Oh,
give a few more
Sandra Lee's
seconds.
good. Couple more seconds. The first one is, but you can't answer it. You can't answer it until I click the button. So this is like even just this little bit, right? You know, when we upload our documents, you gotta click submit. So I haven't hit submit. So you guys have the question, you just don't have the answer. Isn't that apropos? Are we good now? Okay. All set. Boom. There we go. Hang on. There we go. So for my listing, when do I upload my paperwork to command and click submit? And that is key, clicking submit. Within 24 hours or 1 business day of the listing being advertised through any means, including coming soon, please. Within 48 hours or 2 business days after going live on OREB MLS system. C, once it's sold firm or 2 days before closing. All right, it's counting down and put in your question, your answer. And I'm giving you more time to answer on this one than the rest. The rest are going to go faster. 9, 8, 7, 6,
That's okay.
5, 4. Oh, you can't change it, Josh.
Can't go back. You just missed that point. Get the next one.
Done.
You're good.
All right. So now show the answer. This is the first time I've done this on my phone. I've always done it with my computer. Is the answer up now? So there we go.
A is the
Correct
answer,
answer. It's C, or sorry, it's A. All right. We
11. There's
the
11.
next question. And next question. Like I said, this is the first time doing this on my phone. Start the question.
Lisa's over there.
So now for my successful buyer, when do I upload my paperwork to command and click submit? Within 24 hours or 1 business day after accepted agreement of purchase and sale. Within 72 hours or 3 business days from a firm sale. Again, this is a buyer. 2 days before closing, 2 weeks after closing. 3, 2, 1. So within 3 days, please. You can do it sooner, but please no later. I need to turn the page. All right. When there's an accepted agreement of purchase and sale on my listing, when do I upload my paperwork to command and click submit? That's an accepted APS. Okay, that's Josh's answer. Josh doesn't work in trades. Within 24 hours, 1 business day after the accepted APS, 48 hours or 2 business days after the deposit is delivered, once it is sold firm, 2 days before closing. And the answer is A, 24 hours, 1 business day. Okay,
Lisa,
24
Lisa.
hours. So these time frames are in line with OREB rules. We didn't just make all these ones up. They're in line with OREB rules, people. And we need to be able to track that deposit. So thank you very much. How are we
Lisa?
doing so far?
Well, we're good, except didn't you bring a whole bunch of candy, Lisa?
I did.
So what are we supposed to be doing with all this candy?
Really now? I don't know.
It's all right here.
Go for it.
What are we supposed to do with the candy?
I can't do everything at once.
What do you want us to do with the candy?
Feel free to throw it at people.
All right.
Yeah. So who, okay, hands up. Who got 3 right? 3 right. 3 right. 2 right. Okay, at least 2 right. Awesome. How many got none right? And if it's Tim and his colleague from RBC, that's okay. If you didn't get any right, Yes. Quick stats. I'm trying to see. Do I see who got 81% of you got it right on the first one, or is this the third one? Anyhow, that's question 3. Back to, so now we're going to the next question. This is a fun one. What is required when giving and receiving a referral? Only a trade record, an email is sufficient. There's a KW form for that. Use the AREA referral form. 7, 6, 5, and okay, interesting. Is the answer showing? So the correct answer is the AREA referral form number 641. The client has to sign it. Okay, the client has to sign it. That's a requirement. They need to know where their money is going. All right. And there's a process to how to upload it. So if you're giving the money away, meaning you're just going to get a quarter of the amount, it goes as a buyer trade. If you've received the referral, you can put it in command as you normally would. There will be handouts with this and samples. Next question. A listing is sold or conditionally sold. When is the status updated on the Ottawa Real Estate MLS system? A, no later than 24 hours after the confirmation of acceptance is signed. B, no later than 24 hours after the deposit is received. C, once all agents have been notified that they didn't get the property. Or D, turn the page again. Yeah, no later than 48 hours after the confirmation of acceptance is signed. And the answer is yes. Confirmation. So it's 24 hours of the confirmation of acceptance. Has nothing, I know this is exciting, nothing to do with deposit. Okay, can I say that again? Has nothing to do with the deposit. Confirmation of acceptance. All righty, next question. A buyer wants to deliver their deposit to Integrity through email transfer. What is next? A, sorry, that's not possible. Sweet, how easy is that? Send it to show me the money at kw.com. C, follow the instructions found at mykwir.com and email trades. D, send the EFT to the agent directly and it'll be deducted from the commission. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All righty. Guess what? C. So yeah, you know it's 11 o'clock at night and you want to send those EFT instructions? They're on my kw.ir. I can't say anymore. mykwir.com. You can download it as a PDF or share the email or the website link. 7. All right, it was a really hectic negotiation and the confirmation of acceptance was signed just a few minutes after the irrevocable. That's okay, right? There's a 10-minute buffer. Is it less than 10 minutes late? B, if everyone is in agreement, there's nothing to worry about. C, it's a dead deal. A replacement offer is needed. D, if at least one person signed in time, it will pass. The answer is C. It's a dead deal. 1 second past is 1 second past. Oh, Sean didn't get that right. And not only must it be signed before the irrevocable, it must be communicated before the irrevocable, okay? Thank you. Yes. That means you need to reach out to the other agent and say, hey, great, we've got a firm accepted deal and it's not past the irrevocable yet. So you need both parts for that to be a firm deal.
Lisa, you had we had a few really great tips on how to do that really easily, right?
Yes, we do. So what Andrew's referring to is, guess what? I get to do this again. I'm going to be holding some training next Monday or the Monday after that. Watch out for the email. And we're going to be giving you lots of tips and tricks on how to maximize the tools to save you time. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without Andrew.
I still wanted to give the teaser of the two. Okay, so there's two great tips on how to do that one really easily.
Okay.
One, if you're doing everything by DocuSign, add the other agent as the last person on the list, even if they're not signing, so that when it goes out to everybody, as soon as the last person signed, it's automatically sent to them. If you're not doing it by DocuSign, you're doing it in person, take a quick picture of the confirmation of acceptance sign and just text it to the other agent saying, signed, I'll get it to you later. That picture of the confirmation of acceptance communicated that it's a done deal with a record of it as a text on your phone is good. You're done. And then you can get them the rest of it as soon as you can later. But if you're tight, just take a quick picture, send the picture of the confirmation of acceptance signed to the other party, and you're good to go.
Thank you, Andrew. He's absolutely right. Any questions on that? Are you writing a whole bunch of replacement offers when you leave here today? Maybe. So, and trades looks for that, okay? Because they're there to back you up. They want to make sure that your deal goes through, okay? They're not there just to they're not there to police. They're trying to make sure you get paid and the co-op agent gets paid. Next question. Number 8. I am working with a buyer who, after 12 offers, has finally got an accepted deal. They are making the deposit today. I feel uncomfortable getting the information for the FinTrack receipt of funds. Yeah, it is. And I'm missing a page to my stuff. Okay, let's go with the answers. I just said it. No, it's not Pixie. I'm working with a buyer and I don't want to ask them for the FinTrack receipt of funds information, their banking information. All right. So the choices are A, not your job, no worries. B, just say you took reasonable measures, no one will know. C, use their bank card number. D, explain your responsibility in this matter and get the information that you need. All righty. And so, no, it wasn't C. Whoever said just vote C wants a prize. It's D. D. I'm happy to say 96% of you got it right. All right. Next question. All right. All right. Who? There's a who question. Who are the key people in getting what? What's wrong? Okay, Dan gets another. Okay, fine. Who are the key people in getting you paid in a timely manner? All right. All right. Start the question. A, Rachel, Monica, Joey, Ross, Phoebe, and Chandler. Wendy, Andrew, Ann, Sunny, Marvin, and Chantal. Pam, Lauren, Lucius, Rosalind, Dahlia, and Isabel. D, Iman, Kimberly, Vanessa, Lisa BC, Dahlia, Suzelle, and David. Woo! Okay, no one answered the friends from friends. Thank you. All right. Yes, they are your partners in this, and they're supporting you along the way. And we often get questions, we don't know who does what. After this, you'll receive by email a handout with some bullet points on what they are doing, okay? Understand, of course, the vacations and stuff, so people will switch off roles, but that's generally what's going on, okay? Thank you very much. And the last question. 10. Okay, again, Dan needs another slot. Okay, who can help me with a question on trading and contracts? All righty, starting the answers. So if you're in productivity coaching, Alex Walker, who's writing an offer right now. B, broker help at integrity.ca, right? kwintegrity.ca. C, broker helplines, 613-721-7500. That is taped to my computer. And D, all of the above. You didn't, you did it all, well, it's already run out. Fix.
Time
Has run out. Time has run out. All right, we're all done. So, and who does Paul call? Oh, okay. I need to answer number 5. The broker line calls you. Fantastic. So I want to add that we're all here to help. Your leadership is here to help and support you throughout the process A to Z. These tools are there for you. One thing we do ask though, don't shop an answer. If you don't like the answer, you don't like the answer. It's still the answer. So we would really appreciate that you don't call 12 people. We're all trading actively, which means there are times we're going to be helping another agent, helping clients, seeing to the success of the brokerage. Please be patient. We know we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Everyone's time is precious. Your time is precious. Our time is precious. I so appreciate that you shared some of your precious time with me today, and I will go find out who won this puppy. Thank you. You won.
Well done, Lisa. Imagine trying to make that fun. So you did it. Congratulations. We needed to have a trades conversations, and you made that fun. Very, very well done, Lisa. Got to take that mask off for this time. Perfect. So thank you very much. So you're going to come back to us with the prizes, the winners in a bit. Let us know the top 3, okay? Not just the top 1, please. All right. Is Greg? Who here from the culture committee is here? So we got Anne is here. Everybody from the culture committee, can you stand up, please? There's Greg over there. Anne, can you stand? Oh, sorry, you're standing. My apologies. Okay. Okay, Geraldine's here. Apparently, she just went to the bathroom. Okay. If everybody could give a big round of applause to the culture committee, what they've done over the past year has been phenomenal. If you're not aware, we have a special fund where we're collecting money that is gaining interest and is growing and growing and growing. And that's going to be something that is going to leave a legacy of us being able to give over time. So we're really, really proud of that. There's 2 big initiatives that we're working on. Wendy, you're supposed to stand up too. Did you stand up? Okay, good. There's a few big initiatives that we're working on coming up right now. I don't think all the details are as ironed out as we would like in order for me to present them to you. So I really beg you and ask you to keep your eye out for our emails over the next little while, especially that might say culture committee or culture or at the beginning of the subject line. The main 2 things that we want to focus on right now is the refugees coming from Afghanistan is one. We are supporting some families and some initiatives. Teresa Kwan is working with us on that as well. We also have a program called iSisters that we're working with, where we're giving scholarships to some women to help in particular with technology and training in order to help get them better access to the workforce, etc. So you'll see some information on that over the next little while. But the big one is October 30th is the day, September 30th, excuse me. Yeah, I was thinking September, I said October. September 30th is the what's the word? Truth and Reconciliation. Do you want to come on up here, Wendy? Truth and reconciliation. So we're going to be putting out an agenda. There's going to be no training on that day other than maybe training around some awareness and stuff like that. But we're hoping to get a good group together to do some awareness activities, maybe some march or a protest, or we're trying to figure out the details around that. We're also trying to source orange t-shirts for people to wear, where a portion of the money will go towards, oh, I wish I had better notes on this. Yeah, but there's a particular thing that's all around children, because a lot of this stuff is still actually happening. First Nations Children's Society. So there's going to be a charity specifically around that. Anyways, make sure you're looking out for your email for more information. We're hoping to have a really great speaker and a whole bunch of other things around that topic. So keep your eyes out for that. And where's Tim Carroll? You're all set there, Tim? Perfect. Now for our mortgage update. There we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for having me out. Obviously, congratulations on the huge success you've had over the past year. Obviously, I'm from RBC. If you have not met me before, I am Tim McCarroll. I'm a lot better looking on the phone than actually in person. I promise you that. I tell all my clients that. But first off, I want to let you guys know from the marketing standpoint, obviously, we all keep our ear to the ground. We all know what's going on with the Bank of Canada. It was recently announced that the Bank of Canada was not raising interest rates. As of right now, I actually do have 2 people working for Bank of Canada who I'm giving a mortgage to, who I get a lot of information from at the time. They are telling me right now it is still accurate to say that interest rates will not be rising until late 2023, early 2024. Okay, so keep that in the back of your minds. Okay, that's as of right now. Obviously, Bank of Canada, if you don't know this, they meet 8 times per year. Okay, so they obviously have at least another 3 times this year that they're going to be meeting. I think it may be 3 or 2 for sure, but they're not actually forecasting this. Also, something else to be very aware of is the elections. The elections are going to obviously hinder our industry. If by any chance, obviously, certain people are elected, they will actually change the way the industry is looked at for coming to income properties. If you don't know about this, please, I ask that you read more about it, because it will obviously change your industry and impact it greatly. Okay, same thing with me and mine as well. The other thing is also Bank of Canada was just discussing the fact that the cost of living and the inflation costs have gone up over 34%. Surprisingly, this is actually a good thing because it keeps interest rates low. And if the interest rates stay low, that means obviously our market will flourish because interest rates will remain low and people will tend to keep buying, which means that everybody gets more money in their pocket, obviously. So in the case of fact, obviously, in regards to mortgages right now, RBC right now has already surpassed 250% 3 months ago. We've already hit our goals this year. Our goal this year was already 20% more than last year, and we hit that back in April. So our goals are crazy skyrocketing right now, okay? What's going on right now in the builder world? This is really also important for you. I'm on 12 builder sites. I don't know any other person with RBC that's on more than 4. I'm on 12, so I get to hear what's going on with Claridge, Tartan, Valcraft, all those builders, okay? Right now, they are not lowering their interest rates. Sorry, not interest rates, sorry, their prices for their homes. So you can still get a townhouse brand new for $700,000. What does that mean for the resale market? It means that it's flourishing. People are not going to new builds and buying new builds as much as they used to be doing. So obviously, in case that what that means for you is more money in your pocket, obviously, because you guys have the opportunity. What builders are doing, keep again your ear to the ground. Builders are now seeing this and they're offering their actual realtor partners 2% commission even on that. So what they're doing is they're going back to 2018 where they'd be able to offer you the 2% commissions. So keep your ear for that too as well. I know 2 of them right now off the top of my head, Glenview, as well as Claridge Homes. Claridge Homes actually offering 3% on any type of model that's already been built, which doesn't always happen, but maybe come this fall, they may not be able to sell those things and they'll have more of those 3% opportunities. So again, keep your ear there for 2 for sure, okay? Obviously, one of the biggest things I tell all of my clients, as well as all the realtors I know, is that this market that we've had for the past 6 months has been crazy undeterminable. I guarantee almost every person here will be able to raise their hand if I ask this question about the fact that you guys have all had the opportunity to have a deal fall through within 2 days or 5 days or a week of the closing. And the reason being is because the fact that the lenders are reevaluating everyone's income days before the closing. They will ask for documentation. They will re-verify things. If they feel or smell something funky, they will get out of the deal. I kid you not. At RBC, we are the only ones. I'm not doing some type of promotion. I'm just telling you the way it is because I used to work for TD. I used to work with a broker and stuff like that. But RBC, we do a firm approval. A firm approval means that you are guaranteed to move into that house no matter what. Even if by any chance they lose their job, get cut back in hours, or they go out and buy a boat or go out and buy a car for the boat to carry. It doesn't matter. Once they get that firm approval, no matter how much time between that firm approval and the closing date, whether it's 4 months, whether it's 2 weeks, they are guaranteed to move in that house. What does that mean for everybody here? More money in your pocket, okay? Because it's a guaranteed sale for you as well as for the seller's agent as well, if you're representing the buyer, of course. So obviously for my side of what's going on right now, my market is crazy on fire. Obviously this week alone, I had actually 7 closes. Last week I had 8. It's crazy because now all these people who have been buying these houses are now closing them. So obviously for our end, things are very, very stressful, but we've got things under wrap. For majority of all lenders have got things under wrap when it comes to appraisals. Back in April, appraisals would take a month. Nowadays, they only take a maximum of 2 weeks for full appraisals. So I'll let you know everything is going really well. Sounds good. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm always doors open. Again, I look way better on the phone than I look in person. And trust me, you know, COVID hasn't been good to me, but no, I mean, it's actually been great, but not the way my wife says not, but no kidding. But feel free to reach out to me at any point. Thank you very much for the invitation. I really appreciate it. I love being part of this team. Thank you.
All right, well done, Tim. You take this back off again. There we go. All right. So we're doing a script off again today, but it's going to be a leadership script off. Okay. It's going to be Marvin, Sonny, myself, and Jeff. Okay. And what we need your help because we want to take objections from you guys. So you guys can text any objection you want us to try to handle. Wendy is going to be trying to pick the best ones, the funniest ones, see if she can stump us. 613-797-6686 is Wendy's cell phone. You should all have it on, you know, your phones anyways. I'll do that again a little bit more slowly. 613-797-6686. Feel free to come up. She's also got paper and pens here if you want to have a fun objection, either from yourself or your table, etc. We are only taking 4. Maybe we might need a tiebreakers of 5 because we're just doing the standard script off thing where how we always do it. So look forward to that. That'll work. Our goal is to have that start at 1. Okay. So feel free to get your objections in. They can be recruiting objections or sales objections, either one. Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to thank some of our sponsors. Thank you very much, Tim, for everything that you do. For Kyle, Aus. I also want to thank everybody who was supporting our grand reopening. So that would be Dean Stanzel from Cutco, Pick Pros, Penny Yan for National Bank gave us some wonderful gifts as well. Jeanette Wilkinson, the staging company that the logo's to Professional something staging. Jeanette Wilkinson, she's awesome. She often comes training in our market center as well. John Claremont is a lot of people's favorite inspector. He's always extremely generous. And if there was people who were hit quite hard during COVID, actually the building inspectors were hit very, very hard. So if you have an opportunity to reach out to John and say, hey, ask how he's doing. I know he was still extremely generous, but there was much more hesitation than there's ever been with his generosity for our thing. And he shared with me about how tough COVID has been on inspectors. So just keep that in mind when you're dealing with them. I hadn't realized that, but it obviously makes sense. So Kyle, and also Payam from iPrint is always extremely, extremely generous. And so a big thank you to Payam from iPrint as well. All right. I have another big thank you I want to do. If anybody in here has trained in our market center in 2020 or 2021, can you please stand up and stay standing for a round of applause? So thank you very, if you've trained in the market center for 2021, let's run around and do this. Stay standing, please. We'll just hand them out. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have to do this smarter than I just did it. Okay, we're gonna start with just 2020. If you trained in 2020. 20, everybody sat back down. Here. There we go, here we go, here we go. There we go.
2021.
So here, just so you know, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. If you trained in 2020, we'd like to thank you with one of these, okay? If you didn't get one or you did train, you don't get one, etc., please feel free to come and get one later. The 2021s are here as well, okay? But thank you very much for everybody who's done some training here. Okay, that's what's happening right now.
For people watching the Zoom, you haven't lost the feed. We're just pausing as we distribute some awards to some of the people here. Of course, if you're watching us on Zoom or watching the recording later on and you've done training, it's for the people on Zoom. It's for the people on Zoom. You're good, Rose. You're good. Don't worry about it. You're all good. You heard the message already. So for me to backtrack, for those that are watching on Zoom, you haven't lost the feed. We're handing out some awards. If you have trained, if you have trained in 2020 or 2021, please see Kendra, email her so that we can give you your award as well. We so appreciate the people who volunteer their time and come in and make us all better agents. I'm not singing and dancing though. I once taught the Psy dance there, Ganga style, whatever that was, but that was a long time ago and it was for the United Way. That's worth a plaque? Oh, thanks.
All right. Okay. Where's my? So if we didn't get to you, we really appreciate you, and please feel free to come up and let us know if we didn't get to you. But thank you so much for training. Our culture of collaboration, sharing, helping each other, etc., and your guys' participation in the training is so key to who we are. So thank you everybody for training. If you'd like to train on something, it'd be fantastic for you to send myself an email, or even better, the education committee, like Patty, do you want to stand up and just give away? Your chair of the education committee, everybody, has been Patty this year. She's done a phenomenal job. Thank you very much, Patty. We are always looking for people who want to train. So if feel free to raise your hand, especially if you have a topic or something that you feel you'd bring value to, that'd be phenomenal. We actually have some phenomenal training coming up, especially in September. It's going to be highlighted a little later in the sales meeting. All right, I want to make sure I have everybody's attention. Wendy, do you want to come up here? We have another very, very big heartfelt thank you to do. This has been a very, very tough time over COVID, and we really have some glue in the brokerage that's kept everything together.
So
You're gonna have to
everybody,
hold that right up.
thank you so much for coming today. And I think that this is a very timely thing to talk about how our admin team has done such a wonderful job. Is that okay? Better? Our admin team has done such a great job, all of them. They've kept us going through thick and thin and thinner and thicker and all of that. But there's one person that really stands out. I think I'd like you all to recognize Pam for keeping us safe, keeping our doors open. Pam was here every single day of the week. She didn't miss a minute, and we really appreciated that. She collected all the deposits, made sure that everybody got their checks in and that they processed them. We had a good system going, and Pam, you are the glue in the admin. So thank you so much.
All right, so now I'd like it to open it up for everybody else. If you have a bucket to fill, I'm happy to run the mic to you. Pam, Kendra. Anybody else have a bucket they'd like to fill? I'd be happy to run the mic.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? There's not a person in this brokerage I wouldn't like to thank. I would like to thank. Yes, that's the way you say it. I'd like to thank you all. It's amazing. Starting right at the top with Marvin, Sunny, and Wendy, and then moving down to Andrew and Anne and the rest of us. It's just a wonderful brokerage to work at, and I'm so proud to be part of this team.
I'm going to thank Andrew's bucket because he has gone above and beyond organizing things for this, for the ALC, for the staff, putting things on Facebook and entertaining us and trying to keep us all together during all of this COVID stuff. He's done a phenomenal job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I would like to say a huge thank you to the rest of the leadership, Kendra, Andrew, Wendy, and David. Am I missing anybody? Lisa, Jeff, even though you're new. Taking on the role I did was a huge transition, and these guys have been absolutely incredible and so understanding. I'm going to get emotional. Yeah, it's just been really nice. I don't think anybody really realizes what they actually put in on a day-to-day basis for this brokerage to function. It's extremely impressive, and I'm really proud to be a part of it. So thank you all.
I'd like to give a shout out to the last two ALCs. One of the big things with COVID that was really kind of affected was the ALC. They make it so they're so integral to our decision-making process, to how we get information out, etc. And it's been really hard. There was especially with the social committee and the culture committee and the Red Day committee and all the stuff that education committee, all the stuff that they were organizing, especially in 2020, that just totally went out the window and had to pivot and figure it all out. And then in 2021, I'm sorry, but nobody likes Zoom anymore. By over halfway through 2020, we were zoomed out. So trying to get people to show up and participate and be a part of something and keep our cohesive culture and our collaborative culture was a real struggle. And the ALC did their absolute best. And I want to congratulate all of them and thank them for that.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm representing the tech team, and from our fearless leader, Jean over here. Stand up with your mouth full. Can't hear me, sorry. I'm Marilyn. I'm here. I'm representing the tech committee, and Jean Richer is our fearless leader over here. I'm sure through this session, if you haven't seen his face or got to know who he is, you haven't joined anything on the Zoom. So basically you should know what's going on. And so just to give a summary, I have to stick my glasses on. So I can't
Oh, is this the
see.
tech day?
So just
Are you
to-
talking about the tech day now?
Isn't that what you're supposed to
Oh, no, I thought you were doing a bucket fill. Why don't you come up here?
do? I can do a bucket fill as well.
Okay.
All
Let's
right,
fill John's
Jean,
bucket. There we
thank
go.
you so much for not ever letting the tech team go unnoticed through the whole COVID thing and keeping us up to date.
Come stand in front of the Zoom camera for the tech update. So huge thanks again to the tech committee in Maryland, and they've put together an amazing day for you. Go ahead, sorry.
All
Didn't mean to
right.
put you on the spot there like that.
Well, you kind of did. But that's all right. I can pivot as the whole word of the year is. So just to re-summer for the camera, I guess, I'm Marilyn representing the tech committee and just
Oh, I
getting
shouldn't see it yet.
updates on what's going on for this coming year. So we've been staying kind of active in the background and trying to kind of understand what you need and how to provide something to fill those needs. So we've been going through different ideas and different things. And so we have come up with some ideas. If you have an idea of something that you're struggling with, we don't know unless you actually reach out and tell us that you want this to be taught. However, I'm going to preface that with, we've been doing a lot of training, so check it out. So do your due diligence and try and learn the stuff that's already been provided for you, and then ask us, okay? Because we really do want to teach you stuff, but at the same time, we want you guys to put in some effort to start learning along with us, okay? So what's coming up? We are going to be doing a tech day, kind of like what we used to do with science fairs. We're going to do it kind of like a tech day science fair at the office. It will be in person. Some of the topics that we're going to be covering is lead generation. Anybody have that mastered? Apparently you don't need it. All right, so lead generation is going to be one of the topics. We're going to kind of talk about it using the tech world. Growing your database. Everybody's got a full database. Talking to myself. Anybody out there that needs to grow their database? Oh, thank you. Okay. So Matrix, there's a lot of new things that has been coming out in the Matrix world. So we're going to be kind of roughing through that together as well, putting you back on track and helping you get back into that. DocuSign, how DocuSign comes through and helps us out with all of our trades. So Lisa can help us teach these things a little bit better as well and keep us out of the trades jail. Facebook Live, there's a lot of key things to doing Facebook Lives that can give you instant and quicker response time and reach out there farther to your message with your listings and all your messages. Okay. So podcast creations, there's a whole green room set up in the office. Who's seen it? Who wants to use it? Who wants to learn how to use it? All right. So there's a green room put on by our things. Video blogging. Have you thought about it? Have you tried it? Do you want to try it? All right. So these are things that we're going to talk about and try to get you into training to help you grow your business. So also one of the topics that we brought up is follow up, follow through, follow back. If you want to know what I mean, you're going to have to come out and figure it out. And then if you have a topic that we haven't put on our list that you want, let me know and the tech committee will put it into action.
Awesome. Well done. Thank you very much, Tech Committee. Thank you very much, Marilyn. Woo! No, I don't, but I ought to get the other one turned on. All right. Okay, so the actual next slide is actually talking specifically about the podcast media room as well. And I'd like to thank Jean and Shane Foley and Rose and a bunch of people. We're doing these really cool Red Chair interviews. We'll get them out to you so that you can start to see them. If anybody wants to come and kind of do a Red Chair interview that you could use in your marketing or send it out to your database, it's basically a testimonial on Keller Williams integrity. And you might be able to use it to help grow your downline, et cetera, or just share it with anybody who you think is interested in Keller Williams integrity. But they're really, really cool, and it's showcasing our room. And as Marilyn said, I believe Ted Langstaff is going to be doing some training on how to use the room and different setups and all the different ways you can use the room, whether it's a podcast, John did his market update in there just last week. So you could do any kind of video out to your database. We're happy to customize the room to you and to what you need so that we can really maximize it. And we get a ton of positive feedback from it every time it's done. So, so enjoy that. So a few more training highlights. And I noticed a mistake on the slide, actually. It's September 16th, AKA tomorrow, that our new Jeff Bayless is going to be doing how to convert internet leads. It's training he's done before. It's fantastic. Really hope you guys check it out. Give Jeff a big warm welcome. Feel free to heckle him as much as you want, etc. On September 20th, 20 things to make it to the top 5% in sales. That's some guy named Jeff again. So we're really putting him to work right at the beginning. He's done quite a bit of training in the past, and these are really great sessions. So thank you, Jeff. September 21st, disc assessment. Some guy named Sonny Dalgett. I don't know if he's here or anything. Sonny, stand up. He's going to be doing disc assessment training. So especially if you have a team and you want to get a disc assessment done for your team members, etc. That'll be very great as well. Great for hiring an admin. If you're thinking of hiring an admin, we have the KPA and we have the disc assessment as well. Okay. Calculating your net worth with Sandy McKay. So Sandy was actually coming to Ottawa for this course. He has had to pivot, so it will be only offered on Zoom. By the way, our training room's open. You just got to RSVP for one of the 20 seats, so that's really exciting as well. But calculating your net worth, one of the best tips and best ways in order, what you focus on expands, right? Bold. So if you're focusing on your net worth, you're going to be thinking about it. It's going to expand. It's going to grow. And Sandy McKay's, it's obviously worked very, very well for him. If you're not familiar with who Sandy is, he's owner of Market Centers. He's the head of the YPN. He's runs a huge team in the McKay Network. He's done some absolutely extraordinary things. He also launched the Freedom Tour that many of you guys attended a month ago. So that's just to place that name. On September 23rd, we're mitigating sellers' expectations. So that's going to be in the training room and via Zoom. It's a bit of a mastermind, and it's basically making sure you're having those tough conversations up front so that they have the right expectations as markets change, etc., moving forward. So lots of really amazing training in September, and Education Committee has done an amazing job with training coming into October as well. So stay tuned for that. All right. Jeff, why don't you just come up here for a few seconds so everybody can see your face? We'd like to recognize and congratulate everybody coming who's new to Keller Williams Integrity, starting with Jeff. Jeff's be on camera here too.
Okay.
And where we needed the stool for Marvin, you might need to crouch down. Yeah, okay, good, perfect. All right.
Not 6'4".
All right. So Jeff is going to be helping me with recruiting, with training, with reaching out to all of you and helping you guys set goals, figure out what your needs and your wants are. So feel free to reach out to Jeff or reach out to me. We're always happy to spend time with you. We'll both have links as well, so to make it really easy for you to book time with us. Also, if you have someone who wants to join us, you could send them to me or you can send them to Jeff. So he's definitely a very green as far as his bracelet here. So don't be. All right. Moving on. All right, I've kind of lost my place now. All right. I'd like to, you got this. We'll just let, you want to do slides here? So we have Jeff. I'd like to, if you're following along, you can see everybody's faces. Many of you are here. I saw Diana, but we're going to welcome everybody and feel free to clap for Diana Nugent. So this, Kevin Gov, Neil Ritchie, Veronique Landry, I know she's here, I saw her. Cynthia Tang, Amin Safari Fard, Stephanie Boleski, Sharon Arsenault. And I'd also like to celebrate our cappers, okay? And we actually have caps and we are here in person. So first of all, Karen Kaye, okay, so for June, Karen Kaye, Sarah Du, Mustafa El-Gendi, Diane Gillette, Stephanie Kreplin, Eric Morin, Geraldine Taylor, and Helen Tangs for June. Our cappers in July, I'll call everybody up at the end here. And if you didn't get your cap from previous year, because we're doing everything by Zoom, everybody's welcome to come and get a cap who's a capper for this year or since COVID started and didn't get their cap. Cappers in July, Nader Fetyan, Amy Haggerty, Greg Hollander, Lisa Hoyle, Jared Humphreys, Carly Humphreys, Lisa Johnson, Trevor Kerr, Johnny Kawartian, Cindy McQuaig, Heidi Mohat, Patty Smith, Glenn Walton, Jennifer Watt, and Chris Nash. Congratulations, everybody. And our cappers for August. Courtney Bracken, Sarah Cameron, Bianca Howell, Martha Lavictoire, Hala Majadan, Megan McGuire, Alfredo Patricio, Teresa Kwan, Lita Tahiri, Amanda Tam, Alexandra Walker, and Harris Yusufzai. I've never gotten that right ever. Fortunately, he's never here either. I'd love to see him. Maybe he could help me get it right. All right. So feel free to come up and get a capper, or even if you want to just put up your hand, we'll run them out to you, etc. I know that some people who's asked, some people just have a whole collection of 1,000 and don't want them anymore. We understand. Let's hand out some cappers. Perfect. While they are running around, we'd also like to have a huge celebration for people who did their first ever sale. We had quite a few firsts over the summer. So their first sale in real estate, Elgin Ozerdink, Chris Oakes. Congratulations, Chris. Congratulations, Tanya LaFleur. Congratulations to Dora Daliatos, Kevin Gov, Andrew Frankel. Congratulations, Andrew. Diana Nugent, congratulations. Congratulations to Veronique Landry and Neil Ritchie. Congratulations, everybody, for your first deal. Congratulations. All right, so we have pins for everybody who did their first deal. I think we're still working on caps. All right. So the people who did their first deal, I mean, Kevin's right there. So Andrew's over here. I'll read the names again. Elgin Ozerdink, Chris Oakes, Tanya LaFleur, Dora Daliatos, Kevin Gov, Andrew Frankel, Diana Nugent, Veronique Landry, and Neil Ritchie. If you're here, this is awesome. Make sure you get your pin. All right. Oh, I'm running over. Okay. There's also a few people we'd like to acknowledge for their anniversaries. Martha Lavictoire for 3 years. Paul Bork. It doesn't seem right to say 3 years. Like for like 20 some years, Paul. Just, you know, yeah. Like Colin Rains, 5 years. Josh West, 14 years. Vanessa Sanfasson. How do you pronounce that? Sanfasson. 3 years, Sarah Cameron, 4 years, Nancy Borst, 9 years, and Sheila Coxworth, 17 years. Those are for the anniversaries in July. Thank you, everyone. The anniversaries for August, Geraldine Taylor, again, 3 years isn't really very accurate, but many, many years, 3 years. 3 years with Integrity, but many years with KW. Dawn Dormer, same thing as Geraldine. Melissa Evelyn, same thing as Geraldine, in that they came from another KW, but it's 3 years each as far as Integrity. Same thing with Joanne McCarthy. Hoy Do, Chris Smith. Okay, Hoy Do, 3 years. Chris Smith, 7 years. Mikey Warringer, 8 years. Manuk Reed, 9 years. Gary Broughton, more than 3 years. Paul Dow, more than 3 years. John DeWitt, more than 3 years. Matthew Robidoux, who was my first ever hire as TL. Matthew, let's give a big round for Matthew. Yu Lin, 4 years. Erica Prue, 8 years. Rochelle West, 9 years. And Ann Winch, 14 years. Thank you very, very much for all of you. Woo! All right, so for September, we have Nader Fetyan, 3 years. Kathleen Vo, 3 years. Lisa Gerard, 5 years. David Millington, 4 years. 14 years, 14. I missed, yeah, longer than that too, isn't it? 17 years. All right, 17 years, 14 with VIP/Integrity. Caroline Reese, 3 years. Amy Haggerty, 5 years. Sam Ayad, 6 years. Kathy Walker, 15 years. Congratulations. All right, so a couple huge year-over-year accomplishments. Nika Oshadar for 3,455% increase year-over-year from her first year to this year. Paul Daou, 669%. For someone who's been doing business for so long, that's extraordinary. Rosalie Quarty, 611% increase year over year. Sherry Q, 410. Mustafa Al-Gendi, 393, and he rocked it last year too. That's incredible. Jennifer Gibbs, 289%. Courtney Bracken, 261%. Jessica Yin, 247%. Arzi Chanin for 246%, and Sarah Dew for 209. Congratulations, all of you, and for everybody else who just fell off that list who had extraordinary years as well. All right, we have a script off. Sunny, Marvin, why don't you just all come up here for a second? Jeff, I do not have our coin. Our moderator for the script off will be Wendy. I get to take some time off again, sort of, not really. And we need to.
Remember, Wendy, your favorite.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick rock, paper, and scissors and see if we have a pairing. So either the two people did the same thing, they'll be a pair, and then the other people who are off will be a pair. If we have two, no, all of us at the same time. Sunny, Sonny's not listening. He's already lost. Okay,
Just do paper.
we're just gonna do rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3. So you're a pair and we're a pair. Okay. Okay, you guys get to go first because I'm gonna get a drink.
All right. I don't understand the rules.
Actually, I'll give a quick rundown of the rules here. Okay? Because Jeff, you've never even seen this, eh?
I've never seen it.
All right. Okay, so here's how this works. Okay. You guys are a pair. Okay, we're gonna flip a coin. You just gave me the coin. What the heck? There it is. Okay, okay. We're gonna flick a coin. Marvin, you want to be heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads it is. Do you want to go first or second?
Second.
Okay, second. So Marvin is going second. Wendy is going to read you the objection. You will have 60 seconds as soon as you start talking. Alex, you're the timer, right?
Way to go, Alex. Can everybody hear me in the back? Yeah. All right.
Alex, and we had a whole thing about this. Where's that water gun? Okay, it's not empty. So at the 60-second mark, Alexander's going to squirt you, and then you know your time's done. Okay? If you didn't hear Alex, the only reason she agreed to do this part is she gets to squirt them at the 60-second mark. All right. And at the end, everybody, so they're both going to do the same objection. Okay? Jeff will go first, then Marvin will follow, and then we're going to ask you to vote by noise. Okay, so we'll call for the vote. You guys will all, and we're gonna be judging it by noise. Okay. All right, you're up, Wendy.
All right, are we ready? Well, we're ready. Okay, Marvin and Jeff. So KW does a lot of training. I don't need any training. I've been in the business for 20 years.
Wow, Wendy, I'm so happy you brought that up because it gives me a chance to actually talk about what this training means to veteran agents, to experienced agents like you, like I was. The training at Keller Williams is staged. It's not what you're thinking of. It's not just training for a new agent. It's training for all different levels. We have training to take an agent from being $1 million producer to being a producer who can sit on a beach and make $1 million. Now, I don't know if that's what you're looking for in your business, but that's kind of how I ended up here. So if you're interested, what we could do is sit down and I could show you some of the advanced maps and trainings and systems that we have for agents like you that want to take it to the next level.
Awesome. Good job there, Jeff. You didn't have to squirt them.
Okay, so I know that KW does a lot of training. I don't need any training. I've been in the business for 20 years and I know it all.
You sure do, Wendy. You do. Okay, so I think what we need to talk about a little bit is that it's not just a question that KW does a lot of training. What we do is we help people get to the next level, and especially people with your type of experience. So there's something in it for everybody, Wendy. And really what we're about is finding out what areas of improvement that we can work on with you and really helping you develop those areas. But the other thing is there's opportunities not only to be trained, but to also train others. And I would love the opportunity to sit down with you, talk about your 20 years of experience and see how you can help others in the brokerage as well. Because I believe that when you teach, you also learn. And we have so many programs. You can also go into things like being a MAPS coach. You can get paid as a coach. How about that? And so it's a multifaceted program. And you know what's really interesting? People on the outside don't really understand what we have to offer on the inside until you get in and check it out. So I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Thanks, Wendy. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
I know he squirted me, so I just stopped. Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't look very good there.
No, it looks perfect. I gotta go. I'm on a plane in 2 hours, and I have to explain that.
All right. So we're going to vote by volume of yelling, cheering for whoever you feel did the best job with the script. So I'm going to go start with Jeff first. So who's voting for Jeff? All right, who's voting for Marvin? That's pretty tough. Okay, we'll have to do it again. Okay, who's voting for Jeff? Let us hear it. And for Marvin? I think Jeff got it. Yeah, Jeff got it. Way to go, Jeff. Yeah, you can sit down.
All right, so I don't think I should put the point for myself.
All right. You're gonna flip it? Oh, well,
Okay.
doesn't it? Just flip it.
Call it. Check. That's it. Go second. Go second.
All right. All right. All right. So Sonny and Andrew. Andrew's gonna go first. So Andrew, my friends are all at a different brokerage. I don't want to leave them.
Oh, that's phenomenal, Wendy. That's a huge opportunity for you, actually. First off, we have a profit share system. So I'd love to talk about what your goals are and what you need. And then you really need to be making the best decision for you. But then once we've shown you and helped you accomplish that goals, I'd love to be able to set up meetings with your friends as well to learn what their goals and their strategies, et cetera, are, so we can talk about bringing them to actually join you. You can be the trendsetter, you can be the leader, and you could show them the benefits of KW and be the one that they thank for progressing in their career. First off, can I ask you where you're hoping to be in the next 5 years? And if I was able to lay out a plan for you on how to get there, would that be of value for you? And could we do that?
I'd like to be a millionaire real estate agent. How do I do that?
That's perfect. So there's a whole bunch of courses. We'll get started. Let's get started. I'm done. I've been squared like 5 times today already.
You
Okay.
want me to read the question again?
Read the question again.
Okay. Sonny, my friends are all at a different brokerage. I don't want to leave them.
You know, Wendy, I don't know about you, but I didn't get a lot of business out of my friends and family when I first got into the business. And I think what happens is that if you're going to set your goals, you have to actually decide to get out of your comfort zone. And being around friends or familiarity doesn't necessarily push you forward. I don't know about you, but I want to be the best version of myself. And to be the older version, that's not maybe who I was, but not who I want to be. So sometimes with KW, we make people a little bit uncomfortable, shake it up for you, but it's really with a vision of becoming who you really want to be and the best version of you.
All right. All right. Well, we're ready to vote. Who is going to cheer for Andrew?
Come on! I'm just gonna turn my mic on for myself.
That doesn't count, Andrew. Sorry. Okay. Who's cheering for Sonny? I think Sonny got it. I think so.
All right, everybody. So the rules changed just slightly here. They're going to have 2 objections. Each one is going to start with 1, and then the next objection will start the other, and we'll be doing the voting with you thinking of both answers, both objections as a total for the final vote. But Sonny, why don't you call heads or tails? Heads. Okay, so you got tails. So Jeff, I'll start. So you want to start on the first one and go second on the second one? Okay, perfect.
So Jeff, I want to go to a brokerage that charges less money. Why should I pay more at KW?
That's a great question. And that's actually a great answer. And I think if you look at it in life, everything is about the same, right? And my dad used to tell me, Jeff, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys, right? So it's a lot like that. And in the brokerage industry, you can find cheaper, but then you get cheaper. The thing with Keller Williams, we're not the most expensive, but we're definitely the best. We are the largest real estate company ever to exist on planet Earth for a reason. And it's not because we're more expensive, it's because we're better. What I'd like to do is sit down and explain to you how our systems work, how our models work, and how our commission works so that you can make a good educated decision. Instead of just picking what's cheapest, we can pick what's best.
So Sonny, Sonny, I want to go to a brokerage that charges less money. Why should I pay more money at Keller Williams?
So Wendy, that's a really good thing. And I think that you have to decide how you want to build your business. And what we find is that most agents at Keller Williams net more. So you have to focus on value. And if you're an agent that wants to create value and have a value clientele base and be able to do that, you actually find that you work way less than you do for agents that are always spinning their wheels and flying by the seat of their pants. So if you take advantage of the systems and models that we have, you'll actually understand that your dollar per hour, you get paid way more following our structure than anybody else.
Thank you. All right, so we are ready to vote again. Oh, we have to do a second one. Okay, sorry. Pardon me. I don't know whether this is fair. All right, sorry. So here's your second challenge. Sonny's first. So Sonny, I think Keller Williams in Ottawa here is too big. I want to go to a smaller brokerage.
You know, Wendy, I think that a lot of times people think that smaller is better, but actually, you know, bigger gives you more infrastructure. I had to do that, sorry. I think that there's this myth about, you know, bigger being worse, but actually bigger is being better. I don't know about you, I'm a big fan of Costco, but at the end of the day, I think it's all about infrastructure and being able to leverage yourself. And how can I have a lot of people that I count on to be able to help me make the best of my business?
Well, obviously bigger is better. There you go. Wendy, I'm glad you brought that up because it's the perfect time for me to tell you where I came from. So I did come from a smaller brokerage. And what I found there was we just didn't have the economies of scale we needed to operate in today's economy. You need to be with a brokerage that has size, that has clout, that has money, that can spend money on the things we as agents need to help our clients. In today's world, you can't just wing it. The tech we need is expensive, and only a big company like Keller Williams can really afford to give it to you. Let me tell you about this system we have. It's really cool. We sit down, I'll show it all to you.
Okay, so we vote now. Okay. Okay, all right. Who's voting for Sonny? All right. Who's voting for Jeff? Way to go, Jeff.
All right, let me talk to you for 1 sec. Okay, I got to tell you about something for 1 sec. Now that they gave me a mic, they're never getting it away. Monday at 1 o'clock, I'm doing a training in our boardroom. Please come if you can. I've done this training for 20 years. It's called something along the lines of 20 Steps to Sales Excellence. Over the years, what I did is I ran training classes for agents. And at each class, I would ask them, what do you think the 20 things are that you need to be successful? I compiled those over the years. And the training on Monday is everything that I got over the last 20 years training sales agents. A lot of it's going to be a repeat for you, but some of it's going to be amazing. I promise if you come or tune in, you'll get something out of it. Anyway, just wanted to tell you about that. Sorry.
I have one thing I want to say too, Jeff. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, you're a big winner, but I'm the biggest winner because I hired you and Marvin hired me.
I have one more question though that I thought maybe you guys would like to hear. An objection. I'd love to work with you, Glenn, and have you list my home, but I find you way too sexy, so it won't work.
Number one objection I always get.
Thanks to Glenn Walton for that one.
Thank you, Glenn. I would have loved to have seen Marvin try to answer that one. I'm sure that would have been a lot of knee slapping with that.
About that.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
a prize for Jeff?
I haven't thought of a prize for
Okay,
Jeff.
well,
He gets to keep his job, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the quiz. I'm sorry, the quiz.
Oh yeah, we got to announce the winner of the quiz. Perfect. We'll call Lisa up. Well, no, that means actually, Jeff's one of the best people to have win since he's still so involved in sales, because he will go on to the grand finale of our 8 winners in our big final year-end script off. So good luck to Jeff and all the other contestants on that. So the smart ones, we bowed out so we didn't have to do it again, right?
So thank you all for participating in our trades quiz. I'm really, really happy to see that in the top 5 were Iman and David. David is the only one that got 10 out of 10. Well done, David. You're not getting absolutely disqualified. You did the quiz yesterday too. All right. How many am I answering? So if I take those 2 fabulous people out of the running, 3rd place, a new agent. That's what I love about this. A newer agent knows her stuff. And she's clapping enthusiastically for herself, Patty. Woohoo! Well done. Well done. And the next 2 people show how some teams really run their team really well and support each other and do regular training and practices in their own team. In 2nd place, Aislinn. Yahoo! Aislinn in 2nd place. But guess what, Aislinn? That gentleman beside you, Mr. Josh West. All your trades paperwork is coming through beautifully. Thank you so much. Is Austin still here and wants to present or do a handshake? No? Okay, some other day. Anyway, thank you so much again. Watch your email for all the answers to this, some handouts and future training. And that's all part of this playbook I've been working on, giving you the templates you need to do your job well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. That concludes our day today. You're obviously welcome to stay and enjoy, and we really appreciate you coming. And it's been absolutely fantastic to see you all. Oh, sure. We got one other announcement that got skipped a little bit.
Yeah. So we've all been waiting anxiously with bated breath. I know you all have, to see our new trade record that's going to be going out this afternoon. It now works well. You'll love it. So that just to let you know that we heard you. We know our trade record needed to be updated, and we got it going for you. So way to go.